foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, these two teams have met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Once again, it's Jacobs.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. That was their first third-down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third-down throws.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Play action. Now Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Broncos at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. Things close, sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. A pass complete downfield to Renfro. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 48 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd and 2. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Mayfield on play action. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. If there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up lining up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Jacobs again, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson over the middle, complete to Judy. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That's the gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 7.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Continued struggles here in the 2nd quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert 3rd downs. Add that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining 1st half, close ball game. Remember there towards the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And out across midfield down to the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, it stopped him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Browning from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Mayfield to throw it. Looking deep for Adams. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's returnable now for Smith. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over first and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Second and 8 coming up.
12.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
Well, they should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Wilson throw brought in by Sutton.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Two yards left on second down from the 9. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And, oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now a give to Jacobs running right.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Mayfield. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Raiders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Broncos 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Brandon Jones picking it off, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
87 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, so this is a 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The kick by Carlson is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing now is Wilson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think...
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby